Yo guys, what is going on? I'm working on a lot of videos and a lot of college stuff, but something really urgent came up, a really pressing matter, if you will. So Poison Akami, that he's an advanced Storm player that basically represents the Storm community in a way, and he made a video about SenjuInJapan's new outro. Now, Senju in Japan is this guy. He's a YouTuber. He has a Twitter, and he's been leaking things about Bandai games, about CC2, Demon Slayer, Storm. He basically leaked Storm 5. He didn't show any proof, but he's a legitimate leaker, and we can definitely trust him. So if he says that Storm 5 is coming, Storm 5 is coming. I made a video on this. So anyway, Senju in Japan uploaded this new outro for his channel on his Twitter, and it is full of hints. So Poison Okami, basically, he did this. He analyzed this video, right? He analyzed the video. He analyzed the hints, and at this one point, you can see that in the video there's a billboard, right, with the Hokage faces. Now, Poison said, maybe, this is like Naruto, Sasuke, and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, like the Hokage faces, right? But this could be anything. Maybe it's fan art. If you look at Hiruzen's beard, it looks a little too thick. He never really had a mustache. He never really had a beard that was this thick. So I'm like, is this fan art? What is this? So I cropped the image. And I decided, to basically, inspect it a little better, you know what I mean? So basically what I did was, I could find a couple of things. First of all, I think that this is Sarada standing on Tobirama's head, and Boruto is standing on Hiruzen's head, and Mitsuki is next to him, and Kawaki is standing on Minato's face. The reason I think this is because if you look at, this is obviously Boruto's jacket. This is Mitsuki's kimono. You can see the white and blue pattern. And this is obviously Kawaki's jacket, like his coat thingy. It's blue. This is definitely the new Team 7 plus Kawaki. But I'm like, okay, but this doesn't really confirm anything. Maybe it's a new Boruto movie or something. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe the anime is trying to it doesn't want to catch up to the manga real quick. So I'm like, all right. So I increased the size of the image using this one software that I have, and I also increased the contrast of the image so that it could be more recognizable, because that makes text more recognizable in general. So then I used Google Translate on my phone, and now Google Translate has this option to basically you take a picture of some text and you can scan it and translate it. So I started scanning the image, and obviously the kanji, the Japanese characters, they're very blurry, and most of the time it didn't really recognize anything, but sometimes it did. And this one time, and I only got this result once, and I didn't take a picture of it, but it said March 2nd, and I'm like, what? March 2nd? Like, what does that mean? And then I kept scanning the image until I got this. This says Arashi. Arashi in Japanese means storm. I already knew that, but I had to make sure. After this, I kept scanning the image more and more, and I kept getting these results. This just says storm. And I think this basically confirms there is no way that this is not storm. Like, this is AI. It recognizes, in these, among these kanji characters, there is a word that says, a character that says storm. And it says now storm, maybe it's supposed to say new storm. So, and if you look very closely at the very bottom of the text, you can see 5. It's a 5. So maybe it says a new storm, a storm 5. Now, don't quote me on the whole, March 2nd thing, because I only got that once. And yeah, it's oddly specific, but I only got that result once, and who knows what happened. But with Storm, I kept getting this result. I got it at least 4 times, and I think that this basically confirms that Storm 5 is in the making. This is a teaser for Storm 5. We already knew that Storm 5 was coming because, like I said, Senju in Japan is he's a very reliable leaker. But this is this is the first, this is the first time that we're getting some kind of proof of Storm 5's existence. So, I just wanted to make a video on this because I think it's really important. I wanted to be, the first guy to talk about this. So, yeah. tell me what you think in the comments below, and as always, people, have an amazing day, and see ya.